Good afternoon, everybody. This is Scott DeCamp with CatchMark SportsNet. We're here in the CatchMark SportsNet podcast studio. We are pleased to have with us today Shelby's soccer team, the seniors in particular. And we're also very pleased and thankful, grateful for the sponsorship of Harbor Design and Construction. Without them, these kind of things aren't possible. And we're just really excited to have the Tigers here. And I just want to introduce who we have here. We have a couple seniors. We have Zach Horton with your nice joining us, Zach.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Appreciate that. So I'm the one that's acting nervous, and I'm on podcasts all the time. So we have Mauricio Castillo.
Thank you for having me too.
Thanks for coming on. And then we got Coach Jairo Coronado.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, so you guys are more relaxed than I am for some reason, but that's good. But no, we're going to talk about a lot of things Shelby soccer and maybe some other things as well. But let's start first with you guys, learning more about you guys. So obviously you two players here are seniors, key guys for this program and this team. And maybe tell us a little bit more about yourselves if you could.
I'm a senior at Shelby. I've played 4 years for Shelby soccer, 2 on varsity and 2 on JV. I've had a long time with Coach Coronado, though, and it's been great.
Yeah, speaking into the mic a little bit more if you could.
Yeah.
I could still hear you, but it just projects a little better. But what about you, Mauricio?
Yeah, I'm also a senior at Shelby High School. I've been with Coronado on varsity for 4 years now, and it's been a great experience, just playing indoor a lot. He's always there to coach us. He's a great mentor. So, yeah, it's been great.
And then, Jairo, how long have you been coaching at Shelby?
This will be my 9th year coaching for Shelby. 4 is a JV coach, and this will be my 5th year in varsity. So.
And what's been the best part just being with this program?
Just the whole environment, the atmosphere that we create. The previous coach, Coach Pearson, he taught me a lot, and yeah, since the first day when I joined JV with them, and he was happy to have me there. I was very happy being there, and it's just the passion for soccer that we shared, and yeah, since day one to today, right? So it's been there for sure, and I hope it never ends. So
what can each of you say about your coach? And obviously you mentioned playing for him and how fun it's been, but elaborate on that a little bit. What makes him unique? What makes him a good coach and a good leader and a good mentor?
I think what makes Coach Coronado so great is that he understands each of us as a person, as well as a player. So, like, in school, as a teacher, he knows us and he tries to help us. But then when you're on the field, he does it 10 times more. So it's really nice to just have that mentor and have that, like, he knows what we need to do and how we should do it. So it's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Zach on that. But I also just he never, He never gives up on us, no matter how rough of a season or no matter how much of a rough patch we're going through in our lives, on or off the season. He always sees that potential in us. He's never given up on a player. With my 4 years with him, I've never seen him, tell someone, "Hey, nah, I gave up on you," or And it's something good to have as a coach, just to always have someone to fall back on and just to always believe in you, because a lot of players need that sometimes, just someone to believe in them. So that's been also great from him.
Now, Jairo, what makes these guys unique? What makes these two individuals, what makes them good leaders? What makes them the people they are?
Well, first of all, it looks like they want to start tomorrow. So. No, but yeah, they're both very good players. As they say, I try to understand them as a person first. As we said, they're student first, and then athletes, and they're both good students, and of course, phenomenal athletes. And I think just relationship with them, they're just leaders on the field and off the field. It's just nice to see how they protect themselves. They're always trying. It doesn't matter what we do. They're always trying. So I know that I can count on them. And not only them, as I said, we have to have leaders for sure. But this year we have many of them. So there it happens to be them here. But you have many leaders, and both of them are in that group of the ones that I can always count on. And like I said, it doesn't matter. I can really tell them we're gonna practice at 8 p.m. 7 a.m., 3 p.m. It doesn't matter. They're always there. And like I said, just the passion that they have for the sport is just great to have them.
Part of your comment there that jumped out at me, and you guys kind of alluded to it, was I think anywhere, any team, whether it's sports, whether it's a team here at work like we have at CatchMark or anywhere else, I think it's important for a leader to show that he cares. Like players want to know that you care rather than care what you know first. I think they have to know first that you care. And how big is that for you guys to have a coach that really wants to get to know you guys first, rather as opposed to maybe what you guys can do for him on the field?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I've had Coronado as a teacher long before I had him as a coach. So for me, like he was learning who I was as a person before he learned who I was as a player, and I think that's kind of what like started the relationship between him and I more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's key. What do you think, Mauricio?
Yeah, well, starting off from freshman year, I was really shy. Like I barely spoke any words. You know, I was just there to play soccer. I didn't know anybody, so I felt very like closed, and I was very just shy. But Coronado just right from the bat started talking to me. He wasn't shy towards me, even though I was shy towards everybody. He kind of helped me grow and feel in place with the varsity team, and I feel like that helped me a lot. It made me feel more comfortable, so I could do my thing on the field for him. But he helped me out first, and I think that helped a lot. So, yeah.
So you went from the shy guy to a guy who's going to go on camera and do some different, show off his footwork.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's good. So you've come a long way.
Yep.
But speaking of the media day, I mean, what do you guys think of the experience, and what's been the best part?
I think it's awesome. My favorite part was my friend Logan on camera with the tiger. You guys will see it in the video. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. Yep.
So, you brought all seniors, which I think is a cool thing, and also impressive the fact that I think there's 12 of them here now, because you had obviously a guy who had to work and came late, and we thank him for joining us as well. But just judging by the guys that are in this room and the guys that are in the next room having fun with the fog machine and the video and stuff, I think you guys probably been circling this season for a while. You guys have probably been looking forward to this season. You're like, we got a good group. This is a year maybe to do some damage. Is that accurate?
It is very accurate. We've been waiting for this season for a couple of years now, and we've been talking about it. As they said in the classroom, for the most part, I try to, keep it okay. Classroom, teacher, and then field, okay, coach. But it's it's very hard sometimes when they all want to talk and share the passion for soccer. So we've been talking about it for a long time, and it's good to see that they're all ready for it. They're just responsible, just like I said, off season has been great. They all show up. Most of them show up to condition and all that. And like I said, whenever I say, okay, guys, let's get a group together so you guys can play some soccer. You guys can just shoot the ball around and all that. They were there. So even when it was not mandatory, most of them were there. So it was just that shows how passionate they are for the sport. And it's like I said, it's just great to see that.
Now, Zach, how long have you been looking forward to this season? Obviously, senior year, it's always a special one, or you hope it is. I mean, what are you thinking about what this team's possible of doing?
I think since middle school, the biggest thing for me was my 7th grade year. I saw all of us out there in the field, and I'm like, wow, there's 15 of us. And by senior year, I was hoping there'd at least be 10, but we have 13. There's someone else not here today, I think.
Oh, yeah, we have 12.
12? Okay,
Yeah.
I was miscounted. But yeah, having 15 to 12 is crazy. So I've been hoping for this for a while, and I think last year really made me start thinking about it. Like, we got pretty close, and I think we can do it.
What do you think, Mauricio, about just having such a strong group and playing with these guys for a while, and then just knowing what the potential is?
Yeah, well, like Zach, since middle school, I remember we made it to the finals or something. We got an upset, and it was as a middle schooler you don't really understand what that means, but we were very all passionate, and it was very it was great to see. We all understood the beautiful game, and that was really exciting. And so since my freshman year, I've just been thinking about I can't wait till we're all on this team. And last year we were all on that team, but we were unfortunately hit with a lot of injuries, myself too, and it kind of limited us. But now this year, everyone's healthy, everyone's here, and everyone's more passionate than ever. And I think it helps us. And if anything, it's felt more of a family than ever.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It's awesome to have.
Now, you mentioned last year being close. You guys were 12, 10 and 0. You were third in the West Michigan Conference at 7-3. You guys had a heartbreaker in the district semifinals, 1-0. If I remember correctly, that goal was scored like in the final 20. Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you quit. You had to bring that up, right?
Yeah.
But I think sometimes that disappointment can fuel a team going forward because you remember that feeling, and maybe it pushes you that much harder when you're in the off season doing different things, and when you're in season and in practice when coaches trying to push you to do different things. And how much does that loss fueling you, or is it more so you're not really putting too much emphasis on that?
I think about it a lot. I was there. I was guarding the guy who put the header in, and I just watched the ball go in, and I was like, I didn't really know what to feel, but now I feel like, okay, this year that's going to be us. We're going to be sending teams home, or at least we should.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember just watching in the last 20 seconds, and it was already a horrible game with the weather, the wind. It was crazy. You couldn't boot that ball up 20 yards without it coming back to you. So it was a very hard-fought game. Both teams had missed chances that could have changed the game completely. So, but, at the end of the day, they ended up fighting a little bit more in the last 20 seconds, and that's what mattered. And yeah, I've also thought about it a lot, but I try not to dwell on it much I just try to learn from it. And I'm just like, okay, if it takes just 20 seconds to win a game, we got to give it our all. And like Coronado always says, give it your +1. When you're at 100, one more.
Yep.
So I think that's more of a motivation to me. So
Yeah, I agree.
Just learning how to dig deeper. Yep, just a little bit deeper. So, you guys, by the sounds of it, started off with a bang yesterday, 8-0 over Lakeview. What were the things you saw that you really liked about what you saw in that opener, Hyro?
Yeah, so the first game is also tricky because we can do everything what we think is right off season, and then when we start actually playing, they're like, okay, wait a minute, what's going on?
Yeah.
So I was very curious about yesterday's game because I wanted to see what we actually were made of, and it was the passing was great. The communication, the chemistry that we have, especially this year, has been great, and I hope we continue doing that. Yesterday's game showed for sure. First half, we mercied them. So first couple goals, it was just pass run, and I was able to play all of my players. So it was great to see that. Like I said, that whole environment was just great. Everybody got to play. It's like it's like telling we it's fun, but just in general, we try to win every single game. But of course, whenever I can, I try to play everyone just so they have that experience. And yesterday was one of those games when everybody had the experience of playing together as a team. The whole environment was positive. It was just talking. It was just pass, run, score, pass, run, score. It was a great game for sure. And so it was, like I said, in off season we knew we were gonna be fine. But like I said, it's also you always have that that the curiosity of, okay, what's going to happen? We're actually going to start for real. And so it was nice to see that for sure.
So who were the big goal scorers for you guys yesterday?
I had 2, and then Ignacio Ortiz had 3, Alan Ariola had 2, and Alejandro Perez had 1. So it was a goal fest.
How good did it feel, Zach, just to get out there and have a contest? Regardless of the level of competition, you're going to face probably some tougher teams. No knock on Lakeview, but you guys typically play a tough schedule, and you're being in this conference with Ludington in it now and Manistee and such. But how did it feel just to get out there and run around and play somebody else other than your teammates?
It was really nice to play someone else other than my teammates. At one point, you kind of learn what they're going to do. So I like really going into games and you just like, okay, this is a new start. Like, what's going to happen? Mm-hmm. Yesterday, no offense to Lakeview, but it was kind of quiet for me. I played defense and not much happened. I tried to engage on offense and help them a little bit, but yeah, it was pretty good.
So one thing we mentioned off camera, and I have to bring it up, and before I do that, I want to thank our sponsor again, Harbor Design and Construction. But where I'm going with that is, Zach said that's his family, his father owns that business, and I asked him, so do you work for him? He goes, I did, but it's not worth it. So sorry, Mr. Horton. I'm looking right at the camera. My sincerest apologies. I didn't tell him to say that. He said it on his own, but it's okay. But thank you for your support. But we're just having fun here. I didn't want to embarrass you too much.
No,
but
okay.
so what is it? What is it you like to do in your free time? Obviously, whether that's work or hanging out with buddies. But what is it? What are the things you like to do?
Me and my friends go trail riding a lot. That's really fun. my biggest thing is in the winter, I like to go skiing. That's my favorite right there.
That's cool. What about you, Mauricio? What do you do in your spare time? I know spare time for you guys is limited.
Yeah, but when I do have that spare time, it's just soccer. In all honesty, you know, whether we have to go inside a gym or the indoor facility in Muskegon, or it's sunny out, or it's like 100 degrees, where I always look forward to play soccer. And if I can't, then I don't know what to do, honestly.
And then just we'll kind of close it up here on the podcast with, what are your goals for this season? What can this team do? How far can this team go?
I think last year, I decided that I want to win everything I can. I want to go out with a bang. This is my last season. I might as well make it a good one. So go for everything.
All right.
Yeah. Goals for this season would be just making it further than last year, you know, increasing that environment and winning as many trophies as we can, you know. Like my freshman and sophomore year, we ended up winning conference and district, and, you know, winning a trophy is nice. And I know some of these guys haven't, and I'd really like to help them get that feeling out. So.
And what about you, Ira? What do you think?
Yes, as I said, you know, we want to make sure that, of course, we create that positive environment, and you know, everything is going to start from there, and then we're going to keep, you know, hopefully winning games. And I know, you know, some of us might say that, you know, winning is not everything, but in our case, it's that, you know, it's a lot. So yeah, we're gonna create a nice environment. The positive environment, and eventually, like I said, whatever we do, you know, outside the field, it's also gonna reflect on the field, and you know, we are gonna, you know, be playing as a family, and we're gonna, you know, hopefully keep winning more games. And as Mauricio said, you know, it'll be nice to win some trophies, and of course, that's always gonna be the goal, you know, every year for this program. And hopefully this year, especially with the seniors, as they already said, and I'm knowing for a long time now, and I had some of them since 8th grade in my classroom, and it's just like I said, I know most of the family. So like I said, just the community itself is just great. You know, the programs great, the families, the players. It's just, you know, my assistants, they're just, like I said, it cannot get you know better than that. So it's just nice to have that. It's just, as a head coach, you know, like I said, everything is just easier when you have all of those, you know, factors there. So.
I mean, does that include Jonah Kelly? Are you happy that he's with you too?
Coach Flacco.
Coach Flacco. Yeah, we love Jonah. We love having.
No, we do too here. He works for us here at CatchMark in the tech space, and I had to throw his name in there because if I didn't mention him, I would have felt really bad about that. But no, he brings I just love that certain personality he's got.
Yeah.
I think I'm sure he brings a lot to you
Right,
guys.
yeah.
But do you have any other parting shots before we sign off on this podcast? Any other thoughts?
Oh, just thank you. Like you say, thanks to the sponsors for you know, to make this possible, and thank you for having us here. It's a great experience for the kids. Like I said, especially for the seniors, because it will be their last year, and it's the whole experience is just great. Like I said, we're gonna be talking about this experience for years. So
No, that's great,
you.
and that's what high school sports are all about. Really, it's the memories you make, the lessons you learn, the experiences, all those things. So I'm glad you guys could join us. Thanks a lot, seniors. Zach Horton and Mauricio Castillo, and then Coach Jairo Coronado. I'm Scott DeCamp with CatchMark SportsNet. Best of luck to the Shelby Tigers this year in their soccer season. We're looking for big things from them. And again, of course, thanks a lot to our sponsor, Harbor Design and Construction. Good night, everybody.